Good morning, Vienna! Welcome to today's special newscaster edition of the Vloggy. My name is Hazel Rose, aka Hazel, aka Purple Haze, aka Hazy Baby, aka Virtual Friend. On today's vlog, I'm actually very excited to get real, to get down and dirty. Let's talk about this shit. This vlog is about how to manage and curb our social media addictions and tips that we can take to have a healthier relationship with social media. Hello, my name is Hazy Baby and I'm addicted to social media. Are you? For a second, I'd like you to take a moment and quantify how addicted you are to social media on a scale of 1 to 100 using your own scale. Me, I hate to say it, but I'm like at 80%. I know. Is social media causing you stress, anxiety, taking up a large chunk of your brain mass? If you want to have a healthier relationship with social media, this vlog is for you. Actually watch it regardless. One of the reasons we're addicted to social media sometimes is because of that validation, right? That validation, the outward validation, is like a drug. And part of the reason it's like a drug is because it's unpredictable. You don't know when you post something how many likes you're gonna get. Sometimes you get that huge endorphin reward of getting so many, and sometimes you get that insecurity of not getting a lot. So it's kind of that rush of the insecurity of not knowing what's gonna happen. But it really brings a lot of focus to the reward center of our brain. We've maybe all seen research on what some of the negative impacts of social media can be. It can give us less face time with people and more difficulty interacting in real life. It can have us compare ourselves with others, which can lower our self-esteem. It can hurt our memory because we're actually so focused on documenting the moment that we're not fully present within the moment. It can hurt our attention span. Our attention span is super duper short. Congrats to you if you're actually still watching it now. And also mental health studies have triggered that have said that it can trigger sadness, it can trigger body image issues, anxiety, depression, and it can also be a huge time waster. And then the last thing about that is that it actually has a radio frequency of radio waves, which are non-ionizing radiation from the antennas. So the tissues that we have nearest to those antennas are actually absorbing that energy. So that's why it's important that we don't have it too close to our bodies. And on that note, we have 5 tips on how to have a healthier relationship with social media. 1. Observe your usage of social media and set realistic goals. Just like when you're trying to do a spiritual practice or anything like that, you want to start with observing your mind. Just observing your relationship with it without judgment. Just be like, oh wow, I'm picking up my phone 20 times an hour to check the same social media website. Like, wow, interesting. No judgment, but that's a thing. And then you want to set realistic goals with that time. If I'm picking up my phone 20 times an hour to look at Instagram, I'm gonna limit that to 1 time an hour, right? And be like, okay, it's the hour between 10 and 11. I already looked at it once. I'm not gonna pick it up again. Or you can set even stronger realistic goals, which sometimes I like to do, which is like setting a time aside where social media won't be in the picture. For example, some time where you're just going to be with nature. You're going to take a hike, you're going to go swimming, you're going to take a walk, and your phone is not going to be in the picture. Another limit you can set is like, okay, I'm going to have social time right now, and I might want to take pictures of my friends, but while I'm out, I'm only going to use the camera of my phone, right? And I'm not even going to post. I'm just going to take a quick picture and then put it back away and worry about posting it or sharing it later. Tip 2, limit your physical proximity to your phone or set barriers to the physical proximity to your phone. For example, some people don't allow their phone into their actual bedroom. Maybe you want to have your phone in your room, but setting a limit to it being right next to your bed, right? Maybe your phone doesn't need to live right next to your bed, right next to your pillow. 3, you can energetically cleanse your phone. Now, I don't know that this is scientifically real, but I do this sometimes. If you think about everything that went into the creation of your phone, right? So many materials, some minerals from the earth, some human-made materials being constructed in many different countries by people maybe not getting paid enough. And then also you're just putting your energy into it constantly all throughout the day. Like, it just is a carrier and a conduit of a lot of energy for you, right? what I do sometimes is I'll take it out of its case and consider it like it's a crystal. I'll turn it off and put it next to other crystals that I have. So it's kind of getting rid of some of the energy that it's accumulated. 4, make it less appealing. Did you know that there's actually a setting where you can turn your phone onto black and white mode? So my mom actually taught me this. You can go deep into the settings of your phone and set it onto black and white mode. It makes your phone less exciting. It makes it so it's not like, oh my god, what are all popping ass colors of the blah, 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 blah. It's just like, oh, it's black and white. This shit is boring. And I'm just gonna use it for what I need and then put it aside. Tip number 5, use social media as a tool to spread love. What do I mean by that? Set positive intentions about your relationship for how you're going to use your social media. For example, sometimes we use social media to stalk people. Do you ever do that? I do it a little bit. So you might have someone that you stalk on social media and you have a really negative relationship with them. Maybe it's like an ex or like their current partner, or maybe it's like someone that you feel really competitive with, or like someone that makes you feel bad about yourself or makes you angry, right? You're sending that negative energy to the person and you're sending it to yourself, right? Every action you do has an impact. So even if it's just clicking on that person's shit and being like, ugh, like that's an action and it's gonna impact your energy and theirs. And so try to keep your interactions with people that you actually feel good about, and then use it as a tool to spread love to those people. Go through and like a bunch of their pics, comment on a bunch of their shit, scroll through if you're gonna do a timeline scrolling, like a bunch of stuff, and don't interact with the things that you don't like, right? Don't seek out the profiles that actually make you feel bad. Now, for my advanced viewers that made it this far, you are smarty pantses because your attention span is longer, and you know what they say, the longer the attention span. Advanced tip number 6 for my dope ass, deep ass viewers. Curate your algorithm. What do I mean by that? We all have specific algorithms that the cloud uses based on what we consume, what we seek out, and what we engage with on the internet. You guys know you be saying shit out loud and then it like be like, oh, I really want to go to a skate rink. And then next thing you know, you look on your phone on Instagram and there's an ad for a skate rink. And so be aware, again, that every action you take has an impact in informing your specific algorithm and what the cloud is going to show you. So seek out diverse media, because then it'll be like, oh, this is what she likes. We're going to give her more of this. And along with that, find a news outlet that you trust and be aware of the way that you consume news media.
I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently
like, for example, find a great podcast you love, like Democracy Now!, or like an alternative news media source that you can check up on regularly. Because if we're depending on Facebook, I've seen a lot of people that are just like so like, oh my god, I'm so like I can't listen to Facebook anymore because like it's just all this horrible news media. Like, I completely understand that, but we have to control our own news consumption. Find the sources that we really believe in, interact and support those, maybe even donate to those. And you know what? Here's a little extra tidbit. Join Pinterest, because Pinterest is one of those things that's like mainly just a value adding space.
Pin. We get into it, you get these like creative downward spirals of just like pinning. Am I looking at porn? Pin. I'm not even sure at this point. Natural water birth, why am I pinning that?
This has been the special news anchor edition of How to Curb Your Social Media Addiction with Hazel Rose. If you like this, if you felt like it added value to your life, please hit the thumbs up right now. Please leave me comments about things you'd like to see, things you like, don't like. This is an interactive process, just as is our world and our virtual sphere. I see you. You're beautiful. You are valuable. You add something precious to this earth. Thank you. Give yourself a little stroke on your third eye, a little squeegee. See you next Friday. You fucking cute humans. Look at your fucking little pouncy faces. They're so cute and bouncy and luscious. I want to bite your cheeks. Hey guys, thank you for watching. It's me, Hazel Rose. Thank you so much for being a part of this and watching that vlog that you just watched. Was it good? Did it suck? Let me know. Tell yourself you love yourself, hug a friend, freaking change the world because this world is fucked. And we need you. Good night.